Good morning, good day, grand rising to all the queens and kings. This is your man who did it this time. Coming at you with another episode, another installment to the classic series of driving lessons. And this one is going to be titled, Let It Buffer, Let It Load. Let it buffer, let it load. Whenever you're driving, some of you all who have the newer versions of the 21st vehicles with a inserted or already in your vehicle GPS, some folks who use the smartphones may have to plug in the auxiliary while they driving. Some folks may have an iPhone or a smartphone rather that is in sync. If you use your Bluetooth setting, you're able to connect with your driving settings while you're driving, right? So you're able to pull up the GPS. Well, there may be times when you're in a distant land, a foreign land, a place you've never been, is what I'm trying to get at, where you're looking for directions and you're moving too fast. You might have cut through a dead spot, a dead area for your reception. And this may cause your phone to start buffering or loading. It may say wait 1 minute. It may take a while because you lost the internet, your mobile data is now being shut on, and all these other things that may cause a little bit of confusion. I recommend while you're driving to slow down, pull over if you have to, and let the phone operate, let the GPS operate so you're able to get back on track. That is in the physical form. That is for the two-dimensional thinkers who need to understand the importance of symbolism right now. That's when we driving here on earth. I get it while you're in your vehicle. It makes sense to be patient, right? Let it buffer, let it load. Even when you're in the privacy of your home, you might be on a video game. The PlayStation 4 at least is the last system or console that we had here at our crib. Sometimes it will say things such as, it's loading, wait 1 minute, things like that. I'm sure y'all seen that with certain channels. I get it. We ain't that far from being removed from back in the day with the daggone antennas. I know you millennials don't understand, but I'm 38. I remember a couple TVs with the antennas on the top, on the top of it. We had to hit it on the side, the snow, all that. But for you new school people, y'all understand what I'm trying to get at. When it's loading, it'll say, wait a minute, wait a few moments. It's letting you know it's processing. So as the monster on the mound, the metaphor monster on the mound, I'm about to bring us home. When it comes to us dealing with our spirituality, some of us are in a rush to get to the next point so fast, whether it be up, down, backwards, east or west, south or north. We're not even using our time wisely to practice discernment as our system is loading and buffering. Now, while your system, I'm talking about your spirit, is collecting data, collecting information, you should be taking time to slow down, man. Look at what the hell is in front of you. And speaking of hell, a lot of you folks who are in a rush to go upward, sometimes there's limitations to your success because maybe that's God letting you know, take a minute, take a second to speak to me first clearly. A clear mind is very, very lucrative. Very lucrative to your endeavors when it comes to your success from here on out. Have a clear mind is just as important as having a dope resume. Having a clear mind might even be more important than having the resume or having the right connections or that last page on your resume with the references and acknowledgments and awards. All that's cute. Having a clear mind is a lot better. Having a clear spirit is synonymous to having a clear mind at this point in our lives. Because while we're watching things buffer and load, maybe that's God telling you, now watch how this thing ends. Watch how this outcome reveals itself. So just be aware, man. What I'm saying to you in this episode of Driving Lessons is, while you're driving in life and you're going a certain direction, if you notice any type of confusion, something that seems off or weird or causes you to pause, be grateful, be thankful. Because you could be headed into a dead end. You could be headed into a dark area of your life. You could be about to crash with your life. Especially for a lot of you folks who continue to think going up to the mountaintop and trying to get to the top of the pyramid or the mountain is so important. Well, there's a guy I know who was much more alpha than I could ever be. At sometimes he was much more stoic than I could ever desire. His name was, who the world knows as, Jesus Christ. I call him Hawashai. You may call him the Redeemer. He has many names. He was approached on a mountain by the evil one, the fallen one, Lucifer, and he told him, I think by then he had shapeshifted into the name Satan. He approached my Lord and Savior and he told him, I'll give you anything you want if you bow to me. If you bow. Now, I'm going to leave this up to y'all to debate and go about your daily business. Some of y'all who want to go to that mountaintop, just understand that everybody that's ever been to that mountaintop has been approached. Some of us already know I ain't trying to go to that part of our lives because I don't feel like rejecting him, and he already know I'm going rejecting. So it's not even worth my time. But for some of you all who still think that this is fictional, fantasy, you think I'm promoting charlatan-like vibes, especially the young folks. The vibes are off, right? Keep living. You gonna get there. If he came for Jesus Christ, who the world knows is Jesus Christ, who in the living crap are you? Now, Jesus told him, you know what I mean? Basically, man, get away from me. Will you do that? Or will you be tempted by the dollar signs, the fancy cars, the toys and trinkets, the acknowledgments, the references? I'm going to leave y'all with that. This is your man who did it this time, coming at you with another episode to the classic series, Driving Lessons. Let it buff, let it load. For your own personal GPS. All praises to the Most High.